Welcome to Twale TV. Thank you. Welcome to Twale TV Sports. Now, what is wrong with football fans? My God. Why are we so impatient? Okay? Graham Potter, Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp. Why is it that we don't even have 1 inch of patience? For God's sake. Okay, I understand Graham Potter. He's only lost his first game. But guess what? We have been saying this on this channel, okay? A manager that is so good wherever he is with a middle of the table club or a bottom of the table club, and because of his abilities and because of his success at the club, which is not a top club, is given the opportunity to manage a top club with world-class players. This is what you go through, okay? We have been saying it, and this is just the first crack on Graham Potter's reign at Chelsea. Okay, people have been, the banter is non-stop, the criticism is non-stop, but I don't think we should go this route really. As a Chelsea fan, to be honest, I don't want us to go down this route because this guy needs every support we can give him. If he loses the next match, it's going to be like losing 10 games as a Liverpool manager. It's going to be like losing 5 games as a normal club in the middle of the table. But because he's just getting used to this kind of pressure. While he was at Brighton, who would care if he loses 2 games on the trot? Nobody. Because he's built the reputation over the years, is compact, is durable, is reliable. And it needs to prove that same quality at Chelsea. We have said it on this channel. He needs to prove himself. He hasn't proved himself. So, fans, you have the right to have a go at him. I do understand. Okay? He's only been in charge for a couple of months. All the results have not gone convincingly Chelsea's way, if we have to use that word. Against Aston Villa, we struggled to win 1-0. Against Brentford, we struggled. He drew in Europe, back to Premier League again. Struggle, and then got whooped 4-1 by Brighton. Excuse me, you have the right to have a go at him. We don't deserve to get beaten by 4-1, okay? Not by Brighton or any other club. Not by any other club, even Man City. I told, just about a couple of months ago, I said, when Graham Potter first had his first couple of games, I said, well, good, is picking pace, but we are not better off under Graham Potter. That is after those first couple of games or few games. I said, we're not better off now compared to when we have a bad spell under Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is a world-class manager. Trust me. And we've lost out on him. Whatever the reason why he had to be sacked or gotten rid of, I don't know. I don't want to know. It's too late now. But please, leave Graham Potter alone until we can prove that he's failed the test. Okay? He hasn't failed the test yet. There are cracks along the way before this 4-1 defeat. So, God help him. Because I know how you feel. I feel the same, okay? If he gets a bad spell, or if this spell continues into the next couple of games or few games, then that's it. He can forget my support. Seriously. Because I can smell this. Why these so-called club owners, owners of these top clubs, okay? We know top clubs when we're talking about top clubs. These clubs who have won everything, historically, traditionally, they are known as the top clubs. The Arsenals, the Man Cities, the Manchester Uniteds, the Chelseas, okay? When the owners suddenly go for a very good manager who has no experience of managing these type of clubs, this is the price they have to pay sometimes. Manchester United paid that price when they hired Graham Souness. And it's the other way. Sometimes world-class managers, they go to these middle-of-the-table clubs, they just can't deliver because they're not used to dealing with average players. Maybe their genius works only with world-class players. I don't know. I would love to see the Mourinho's go and manage Newcastle. No, not Newcastle. I'd love to see the Mourinho's go and manage Leeds or Norwich. Because Ancelotti went to Everton. He struggled. He struggled. And look at what he's doing at Real Madrid. Because he didn't have the players at Real Madrid. The players he has at Real Madrid, he hasn't got them at Everton. So how do we quantify or qualify a world-class manager in that sense? Because if a world-class manager cannot be a world-class manager with average players, why should we call them world-class managers? But they do perform and deliver when they're in charge of world-class players. So if Graham Potter can't deliver because he has no experience about world-class players and about top club, then it shouldn't be repeated. I'm sorry. You club owners there, you chairman of these top clubs, don't do it again. Okay? I've said it several times. My suspicion about Graham Potter is one thing. It's one thing. One, you know. One thing, that he has no experience of managing a top club or managing world-class players. Okay, I said it. That's my only suspicion. And now we have the first crack. God help him. God help Chelsea. Because if the result doesn't get better, you know what's coming next. You know it. Once the fans start to scream and the shareholder starts to scream because they're worried about their investment, Graham Potter is a dead meat. Trust me. No way. There's no other way. So maybe club owners of these top clubs should just reserve themselves to getting world-class managers only. Don't try it any other way. It doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. And we haven't got to the stage of these world-class players throwing tantrums or playing ego with Graham Potter. Okay, because he left Raheem Sterling and Aubameyang on the bench for this European game. I can't remember what game we played recently. He left them on the bench and then brought them back on. But then it was too late. So the players must be questioning themselves. What's he up to? Because they have been with world-class managers. But if you are a normal manager, good manager, you're in charge of them, they will be questioning in their mind. Say, what's this guy up to? Who does he think he is? He hasn't won anything. That's their mentality. Because they have won everything. Champions League. But you are a manager who has come to prove his point. Of course, you'd have to take the job. I can't blame you for taking the job. It's a career progress. It's a career success. It's a career, you have to do it. Somebody pulled you from a lower ground to a higher ground. You jump, you take it. But it never works with football. These managers coming to take over top clubs with high world-class players. It never worked. I've never seen it work. You tell me an example. Any fan, tell me an example of an average manager, because of his ability, who goes to a world-class club, top club, and makes it successful. Of course, forget about the likes of Pep Guardiola coming from the B team of Barcelona to take over the senior team, and he became successful. And from there, he built his career. Okay, yes. But this is Premier League. This is not La Liga. And that was, decades ago. How long ago? So that can't work in the modern day football. Fans have no patience. Football owners have no patience. Stock exchange and shareholders have no patience. So I just pray for Graham Potter. The same thing with Jurgen Klopp. Okay, the rumor is out there. Jurgen Klopp's agent says he might be considering his position. Liverpool will never sack Jurgen Klopp. We all know that. But if he considers to resign because of this spell, if the result doesn't change and Jurgen Klopp resigns, Liverpool fan, I beg, put your head in a hole, because that is the beginning of massive problem. Trust me. Massive, massive problem. Because you have a big problem on your hands already. Imagine if Jurgen Klopp walks away on Liverpool to have different managers to implement his philosophy and ideology on these same players who are used to one simple philosophy for the last 6-7 years. Okay, for the last 6 years or so. They have always practiced one philosophy by one manager, and they have always delivered. And it's always worked. And it's not working right now. So Liverpool, please beg Jurgen Klopp not to go, because If he goes at this present time, I'm not saying he will be there forever. He would eventually leave Liverpool one day, but not at this present time. Because if he does, trust me, you think Man U has a problem? Man U's problem will look like child's play compared to what you're going to step into. Trust me. Anyway, that's that tonight. Please, Chelsea fans, leave Graham Potter alone. Let's wait for the next few games. The same thing I said in the beginning. Let's see the next few games that if Graham Potter can put few wins under his belt, and he did that successfully. He did it regardless of how we got the wins. The wins were not convincing. I said it. All our wins were not convincing under Graham Potter. And he needs to prove that he's a world-class manager. He's not a world-class manager. He's come to a world-class club with world-class players. How is he going to convince us that he's up to the task? That is what he has to prove now. And it's a very difficult task. It is very difficult because he's just learning. He has no experience of his present situation. So, fingers crossed. I hope Graham Potter, gets over the hurdle and prove everybody wrong. And I've said it could be a world-class manager at Chelsea. We have given him the chance. He needs to use that platform. He has the platform. He needs to use it. Okay? God bless you lot. Let's speak later on, man. I just wanted to touch base on, people having a go at Graham Potter, and it's normal. It will happen. If the results are not going your way, and an average manager with no experience, no record at a top club I don't want to sound like a broken record, man. We've said it on this channel. Okay? We have to wait another few games before we can decide Graham Potter's fate. Okay? He's learning the same way you learn a new job. This is a new job for him. A world-class player combination and a world-class club. He probably, who is this calling me during podcast? Come on. You wanted to be famous? Hello? Who are you? Oh, sorry. I'm on a podcast. Sorry. Normally my phone is off, but that's it on Graham Potter. Let's catch up. Please, let's catch up tomorrow. For people watching for the first time, please share the video. Go and subscribe. Go and participate. Leave your comments, okay? Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hasta la vista, baby.
It's